Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my Creative Playground. Tonight, I'm going to show you the new October Paper Pumpkin Kit, and it's a really cute kit. It has houses and winter scenes and fun things so that you can get ready for Christmas. So, this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit is a really cute kit. It's got these 3D cards. It looks like this. This is the kit itself, or the box itself. Really pretty box, actually. I really like that box. And it's got these really cute 3D cards that you can make. And these are the way the cards come. There's 8 cards in total, and there's 8 envelopes. And so there's 4 of each design and 4 bases of each. And you layer these pieces together, and it gives you these really cool scenes. So for example, this one is this scene, and this one is this scene, these 2 layers together. So when you look at this, it's actually 3D because you're going to use dimensionals to put the pieces together. So it pops out and it's kind of 3D, which is really cool. And then included with this Paper Pumpkin Kit is this glitter that looks like snow when you place it on. So on this particular card, I outlined the images of the roofs to look like snow. Oops, I missed a couple. And on this particular card, I took the images and I actually used, you can use a little paintbrush and you can kind of paint it across so that it gets the glitter across the whole thing. You also could use it to decorate the trees and things too. So tonight I'm going to show you some things that you can do with this set. This stamp set has these following stamps. It has one of the little houses. It has a couple of trees. It has some snowflakes or a starry sky. And it has these messages: Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, celebrate the wonder and joy of the festive season. It's just a really cute little set. So here's the pieces, and I've stamped a bunch of things and cut a few things out, and we will play with that. So what I wanted to do was bring out some of the colors of this beautiful, beautiful sky. So I'm using some of our beautiful blues, and so what I wanted to do was pull some of the colors out of these beautiful blue skies. We've got some beautiful blues right now. I really, really like the blue colors that we have. So this one is boho blue, and this is the medium blue. And that the card itself, the card base, is layered onto Misty Moonlight, which is a little bit darker, and it's actually 1 shade lighter than Night of Navy. And then also in here, there's some Starry Sky, there's some Orchid Oasis, there's just some really, really pretty colors. So this is boho blue, Misty Moonlight, and then the card base. And on this one, I used Night of Navy, which is the darkest blue, Orchid Oasis, which is the purpley one, and then the card base. So what I thought I would do with these 2, and then I have added a piece of white to the inside, the basic white, and since the insides are darker colored, was put this, I want to put this together, or actually I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. I think what I'm going to do is use this, and I'm going to tear this. Oh, actually I don't want to do that. I'm going to cut around this. Sorry, I can't make up my mind tonight. Okay, and I'm actually going to put this here with dimensionals so that it stands up. And the reason why I didn't want to tear this is because it's not wide enough, and it wouldn't go all the way across. So if I were going to make some snow, let me grab, I want a piece of white. So I've got a piece of the basic white And I'm just going to tear this. And one of the things that I love is when you do this, it makes it look like a snowdrift. So I'm going to do that a couple of different ways. And I'm not going to attach that yet. So let me put this one aside. And we'll use that one in a minute. And, okay. So what I'm going to do is attach this one, because this one has the bottom that's square and straight. And I'm just going to cut this like that. So it looks like that, okay? And then I'm going to put this one on top of it like this. So I'm going to use this as my guide because this is the width. I've just cut this, so this is the width of the card base. So I'm going to use this as my guide, and I'm going to attach this to that. So I just used a little seal. There we go. Oops. And I am going to trim that down so that I have a flat edge to line up with my card. There we go. Okay, and now what I wanted to do, there we go, like that. That will look pretty. And then this tree has been kind of cut off a little bit over here. So I'm going to take one of the trees that's left from the kit that I didn't use, and I'm just going to attach that to kind of cover that up a little bit. And, okay, and then actually I'm going to do one more layer across here before I put that on. There we go. Yeah. And it will make sense in a minute as to why I'm doing that. Oops, got glue on my scissors. Okay. Did I cover up those trees too much? Let's see here. A little bit. Just going to tear a little bit more there. So what happens when you rip the cardstock like that and it kind of like peels, there we go, in layers, is it looks like snowdrifts. It will really look like some snowdrifts when we take this. And what I was going to do, I'm going to take a scrap here. And a lot of people just kind of ran this across. It's almost like a gel. And so it kind of looks like you can make like icicles and things with it. But what I thought is if I take a big pile of it, I can take a paintbrush and kind of paint this on the edge. And what I'll do is I'll wash my paintbrush out because I'm sure that this is kind of like a gluey type substance. I probably should have brought a little thing of water over to put that on. But I just think that that's really cool. And can you see that shimmer in that? Oops. Let's see, am I going the wrong way? Okay, there we go. You can see the shimmer a little bit on that. And now I'm going to set that aside for a few minutes, and I'm going to put these pieces aside. And we will let that dry. So I put that up on my laptop and let that dry. And now let's play with this one a little bit. And I like that a lot. That's pretty. So I'm going to use the dimensionals for that. Where did I put those? There they are. And I'm going to pop that up. So I think that with this paper pumpkin kit, the possibilities are just endless. Okay, so I'm going to line that up. Oops. And I did trim this down a little bit because I did layer it on other colors, so I'm just going to trim that. Okay, so I'm just cutting that down. There we go. So there we can see our layer. And now I'm just going to stamp the message. So this paper pumpkin kit had this really cool glimmer paper. So I'm going to put that on here, and I'm just going to stamp the message. And I'm going to use Merry Christmas. And let's do that in red. Does anyone remember last year's paper pumpkin kit for October? And what was included in that? It was this really cool Santa. Oops, sorry. I've got to look at what you're looking at. Hey, Steph, good to see you. So remember this really cool Santa from last year's paper pumpkin kit? So I kind of pulled that out. And I've got some dark gray ink here, and I'm just going to put Santa over the top here. I know, I love the scenes on this paper pumpkin kit. Isn't that pretty? And so let's put this down. And I'll put a couple of dimensionals on this. So I don't know about you all, but we had a gorgeous, gorgeous day on Saturday. It was 80 degrees, and then yesterday was 55 and pouring rain. And yesterday I had a 5K that I walked in the rain. So needless to say, I came home and I felt like an ice cube. So, okay, so there is one of the cards, and let's see if this. Yeah, this one's dry. So let's put this one together. So what I did with this one was I took some strips of basic white and I tore them, and then I added this glitter to it to make it look like snow. And now I'm just going to add the house on. So I'm going to use some dimensionals for that. So this is using the supplies that are in the kit, but just kind of doing something a little bit different with them. Kind of zhuzhing them up. There we go. And I'm going to put this tree right here to kind of hide where that's cut off. And so I'm going to put that there, and isn't that pretty? That's a pretty card too. Okay, and for this one, let's do Happy Holidays. Pretty blue. And put that across here. And then, where did I put Santa? There he is. Let's put another Santa on. We might as well use him while we have him, right? It could be a storm. Also, check and see if you have other pages open, Diane. You might have too much going on your computer right now. Okay, I like that. That's cute. So now for the inside of this and this one, I was going to take this little village scene and just kind of cut that apart and add those to the inside. So I'm just going to trim down here. There we go. Okay, so there are two more of the cards. Oh, and I know what else I was going to do. I was also going to take these iridescent pearls, which are my favorite, one of my favorite embellishments, and I was going to add some of those. I'm going to use little ones and kind of so there's some variations on the card. And then these are the images that come with the set. So it comes with this cute little house. It comes with some trees, like a snow type of background, and then also snowflakes, and then 3 little greetings. It's a nice set. It's a really nice set. Okay, so let's work on some unique ideas. And first, I was going to I have a piece of crumb cake, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4 to make my card base. And then I have a piece of coordinating crumb cake that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I have embossed that with the wood embossing folder, so it looks like a base of wood. And I'm going to wait to put that on. So I'm going to cut a piece of white and make that 4 inches by 5 1/4 for the inside. So this is going to go on the inside. And what I want to do here is actually I'm going to decorate that first, but I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of red ribbon and wrap that around. So I took I used the Decal Circle, and I cut out a couple of pieces of white, and then I used a blending brush and brushed this one with Balmy Blue, and then embossed the white dots to make like a snowflake type sky. And I was going to actually cut this in half and kind of do this with it to highlight that piece. Okay, and then I also did another one in Starry Sky, and I actually think I like the Starry Sky better. So we're going to use that one for now. And what I'm going to do is attach the red to the back. So when you have a piece and you want to highlight it with another color, but you don't have one that's close enough in size, so the next larger circle in this package would have been quite a bit larger. So I just cut things in half. And you can do that with any label punch. Okay, there we go. So we just have a little bit of the red to highlight that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that's going to go on there. One of the little houses, and stamped it. And then I stamped some of the trees as well. And a few of them are laying on the floor. I'll vacuum them up tomorrow. So let's put the trees on. I'm going to glue those on first. These little ones I'm going to use next to the front door to use like as a bush. Aren't those cute? And then we can put another one over here. I'll put that kind of going off a little bit. Okay, so I really like that. That makes a cute little scene. It looks like an ornament. And if you wanted to, you could punch a hole in it and then wrap some ribbon through like this. Or you can run it down the side like that. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is do that. So I've got this really pretty iridescent, this is the Starry Sky ribbon. I'm going to feed a piece through, and I'm just going to tie a little bow. You know, during the day I have music playing all day long, so when I record these, I have to turn the music off because otherwise Facebook will delete my video because it violates copyright laws. So it seems so quiet in here. It's just like too quiet. But anyway. Okay, there we go. Ribbon scissors. Let's clean that. Let's fix that end. Okay, and then let's add this to the front. Okay, put that up there. what I did earlier was I took the message, oops, if I can get it, okay, celebrate, that may not fit on here, I might have to use that, okay, I'm going to use that on a different one because it's not going to fit. So I took Merry Christmas, I stamped with white ink and embossed it with white, and I'm going to put that across the front. I really like this. I like the way this came out. And then I will put this on the inside. So I'm going to add this to the front. Like this. I'm going to put this on the inside. The other thing I was going to do is I pulled out, does anyone remember the Festive Trees set from last year? I love that set. So it was a two-part tree, and it had some detail, and it also had a background. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to stamp this off to get a lighter green. And then I'm going to stamp the detail. Line that up. Sorry if I'm showing my hair. Here we go. Remember this stamp set? I love this stamp set. This is one that I won't get rid of. You know, there's several stamp sets that I will keep. Okay, so here's a smaller one. And I can tell last time I used it, I used Shaded Spruce because it's got just a tad of blue on it. Okay, there we go. So how's that look? I love that. I think that's really cute. Okay, and I have one more idea to show you, and this one is not, we'll see how this one comes out. This one is not a fully formed idea. It's kind of in my head and something I was looking at, and I thought, oh, let's try this. So, okay. So for this one, I'm going to put that up there. I used boho blue, and I used, again, those trees from the Trees for Sale set. And I've got some of those. I took a piece of, that's just an extra piece of white. I took a piece of basic white. Okay, so I have a piece of boho blue, which I have scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. I've cut a layer for the inside. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this I need to cut down a little bit. So this is a piece of basic white, and I used a blending brush, one of these, and went over it with navy. And I wanted to reflect that this is night, so I also took a piece of Night of Navy, and I embossed this with the tree embossing folder. I don't remember what the name of that embossing folder was, but it was a whole forest of trees. It was one of my favorite embossing folders. Again, this is another one that I will get, that I will keep for a while. And I'm just going to trim this down a little bit so it can fit on that front piece. So that front piece was scored at 2 1/8, so I'm making this 1 7/8. So it will fit on that front flap. So this can go on here. And this will go in here. And I also have, if I can find it, I have another little house that I've decorated. And then I have the trees for sale, a couple of them cut out of the Night of Navy, and I was just going to put those in the background. And the reason why I made them navy was to go with this because it looks like trees in the night. So I wanted them to be darker than a typical tree. So if I do that, put the house here. I want to rip this again and make some snow. So I'm going to cut this to 4 inches. Oops, that one's... And now let me go back. Excuse me. Okay, I've got my scrap again. And so this little bottle, this fun little bottle of glitter, was part of this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. And where did I put, there's my, hopefully this isn't, nope, oh, wow. It didn't even, it didn't make it all stiff. I was afraid that the, that this glue drying would make it, would make my paintbrush all stiff. And it is going to make the ink run. So we use some dimensionals. Oops. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to add some snow to the roof of the house. And then let's paint those trees a little bit so they have a little bit of glitter on them. So I've used this set 2 different ways now. I've stamped the images and I've used the prepared images that came with the set. So there's many, many different ways that you can use your paper pumpkins. So I have the blue embossed tree there. I have my house with my snowdrifts. And there we go. Oh, and I didn't put a message on. We'll put this on here and put that. Oops, I shouldn't have put glue on that part. Okay, Did you know that if you put glue on a part that you don't want it, you can kind of rub it with your finger and it will roll, and you can just kind of rub it off. There we go. Shouldn't have put glue on the whole thing. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And then we kind of want that house to be a little surprise, don't we, when we open that up? And let's put that right here. So it hides. There we go. And then when you open it up, you have that. Okay. And then the last one that I was going to do was I have this piece that I embossed with the stars from the Shining Stars set. And I have a piece of white. And I'm going to put this piece on. Okay, so I'm going to attach this, excuse me, to the front. So this was the back side of the card pieces that I didn't use. So it's just a little bit whiter than our basic white card stock, but that's okay. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this across, and I want to keep that star. I don't want to lose that. So let's put this down here like this. So I'm just going to trim along the bottom. So there are, as you can tell, there are an unlimited amount of things that you can do with this paper pumpkin kit. Just let your imagination run wild. Okay, so if I put this across here, that's going to be so pretty. I love these stars. And now what I'm going to do is just square this off. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Wink of Stella. So let's attach that. And I have a Wink of Stella. So Wink of Stella is a really pretty, how do I describe this? Effervescent glitter that you can kind of paint onto things. And so I'm just going to take the Wink of Stella and I'm going to go over, and one of the important things about Wink of Stella is to shake it up and actually use it on a scrap sheet first so that you don't get a big bubble, because I have ruined images that I've made by squeezing it and then a big bubble comes out and it's not quite what you want. And this one should be, there it goes. Okay, there it goes. Now you can see it. Can you see the glitter coming out? There we go. That's what I wanted. You also could layer these stars too. You could use some white glitter paper and cut the pieces out of the star to layer it. Very pretty. This might be my favorite card. Okay. so for the inside, let's use a couple of the trees that come with this piece. And let's put that here. And then let's use our message. Celebrate the wonder and joy of the festive season. So, okay. I have several different designs that I've made tonight. Here's one. Here's the originals. I'll put those on the bottom. The two originals. And then I added Santa to this one and Santa to this one and switched up the pieces a little bit. Oops, got a piece of, and I have that. And this, and then also this. So there is a lot that you can do with this paper pumpkin kit. And I should have checked, and I didn't, to see if there's any kits left available to order. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking this out. And then also check out my Berry Christmas bear set for cards. If you're looking for quick and easy cards, I've got the set is $45 and it makes 20 cards and they're quick and easy. So thank you so much. Have a great week and happy stamping. Take care.